Hello everybody, welcome back to Doggo Card Reviews. Today we will be doing something a little different. We're going to go ahead and take a upcoming Neo Standard product and attempt to predict its double R's and associated cards if whenever necessary.
So basically, this is meant to be Gochi Usa Blue, aka Gochi Usa Season 3. So the purpose of these predictions is basically, it's twofold. Number one, it's basically to semi-predict what Bushiroad's cooking up in terms of its double rares. Anybody who's experienced with this game should know that the double rares produce the bulk of most of the deck. So they usually provide the most powerful cards. So that's why since Bushiroad decided, oh yeah, we're gonna spring 13 double rares on you guys. I'm like, okay, well, we got to produce a lot of we have to produce a lot of content for it. So
Right.
and basically we're trying to get through the thought process behind it. And also, as a Gochi Usa veteran, I went through and looked through each deck and see deficiencies, and we're trying to cover said deficiencies. Basically, the goal of the card design was to bump Gochi Usa from a B tier title to an S tier title for however long it gets in the limelight.
Right. And while doing that, Gavin here trying to do what he can to make sure that the cards remain as something we brought up in our series of Assault Lily reviews in particular was implementing flavor. We Gavin and I discussed that, or we agreed for the most part, that sets with more flavor tend to have higher quality card design.
Right. So, in fact, here's how I design each of these cards. I watched the anime. I paused as soon as I got like a main, what I thought was an important scene, and started writing the design.
Mm-hmm.
So, bearing that in mind, of course, this is going to be more towards yes, you'll notice the power level of these cards are quite high. Gochi Usa is 3 years old at best, and a 5-year set at worst. So, Gochi Usa has some archaic tech in there, and we're gonna do our best to help her out.
Right. I guess Gavin, would it be safe to say that these are definitely more towards the idealistic side when it comes to predictions?
Definitely.
Right. So keep that in mind, folks. Yes, this would sound pretty idealized, but the goal of these is to see what we can do to elevate a Neo Standard title to S tier.
Pretty much, welcome to the penthouse.
Pretty much. Alright, so shall we begin with none other than the first card here?
Sure.
Alright, we'll begin with none other than Frustration Sorrow. Level 1, a 0-cost yellow card with 4500 power with the Flurgate Lopping and Bloom traits. So continuous, this card gets 1000 power if you have 2 or more other characters with Chia or Sorrow in their card names. And auto climax combo, when I knew this would happen, a choice trigger is put in your climax area and discards in your front row, and if you have 2 or more other characters with Chia or Sorrow in their card names, search your deck for up to 1 character with Chia or Sorrow in its card name, reveal it, add to your hand, and shuffle your deck.
Okay, so I don't think I need to say this, but none of these cards are real. I wish they were, but unfortunately none of these are real.
This is called predictions for a reason.
Right. I was hoping I didn't need to say it, but just in case. So the flavor behind this. Okay, so Cocoa and crew are trying to run a marathon for their school. And unfortunately, neither Cocoa or Chia are very athletic, so both Lise and Shadow, step up to the plate to try and help those two out.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, Lise tried to help out Cocoa, but she never woke up on time. And then Cocoa tells Shadow about the problem, and Shadow encounters the same thing. Hence I knew this would happen because Cocoa would oversleep.
Right, it's also more of the fact that Cocoa was originally going to ask Rize, but Cocoa knew that her partner Chia was also asking Rize, so it's like, you know what, I'm going to train behind Rize's back. Or train behind Rize's and Chia's back. Or so she attempted.
So in terms of the card design itself, okay. So veterans of this game should know, wait a second, this is Jushimatsu. power crept. Now, another thing that I intentionally did was with Gochi Usa, any veteran will tell you this set is heavily factionalized.
Definitely.
This was one of Bushiroad's first attempts, at least modern attempts, at factionalization.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay, keep on with the theme. And in fact, I used factionalization to my advantage by making the cards more powerful than they normally would, but they're restricted to their respective factions.
Mm-hmm.
Frustration Shadow here, I think most people would say, yeah, this is a good card.
Right. But it also
Which
rewards
is
you for going into the Chia and Sharo deck specifically.
exactly.
So, no messing around with Rabbit House or Chimame Core or Aoyama Blue Mountain here.
Or even bread.
Or even the bread deck, right?
Like this is a defendable body, it's on a good trigger. It does something that we haven't seen since Little Busters. An on-attack tutor. Like, when's the last time you saw an on-attack tutor?
That was free. Yeah,
That was free.
it was probably ring key. Well, tutoring for a character specifically. I assume you're asking here because
Yes.
we've seen event tutors for quite a while. But in terms of character tutors that are basically free, practically none. Like they're either very restrictive, like ring was level 2 or higher, or you didn't find that combo until like level 2 anyway.
So on a 1-0,
Like practically almost unheard of when you're talking like any cost, any level.
free tutoring? What?
Now, at least the idea is like to force people to stick with the Chia Sharo childhood friend duo here.
Exactly. So again, every other Jushimatsu S combo is on attack, salvage, anything. I'm like, nah, let's screw that. Let's give you both information. Let's give you information and a card from your deck. It allows you to become more compressed quickly.
Right, because at level 1, thinking out your deck is like one of the main concerns in general. Which is why some people will argue that, some people will actually unironically argue that to some people, Jushimatsu doesn't seem that good because it doesn't help with current deck state.
It does not. Yes, it allows you to grab something from your grave, but unfortunately, well, if you're out 8 climaxes, you're kind of screwed still.
Right.
Which with Shadow, she helps alleviate the problem. Now, of course, she's not Yuki. Yuki, you typically would have to tack on a cost. Here, I'm like, no, we don't have to tack on. No, with this, you get 1 card. And this body is easily defendable. I made her 5/5, the vanilla power and toughness, for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
With that global 5, she now turns into the defendable bodies.
Right, so Gavin, why don't you go ahead and maybe talk about like this card in the greater Neo Standard context.
Okay, the greater Neo Standard context.
So you mentioned a global 5, so why don't you move forward with that?
So in terms of, there is a global 5 that has Shadow in name. That also allows you to hand filter. So let's say, for example, you didn't want, like, you have excess climaxes in your hand. That card would go great with this because not only is it the global 5, but it allows you to filter out gold bars, which is probably half your combos because choice bar is really popular right now, especially if you play Decappo.
Mm-hmm.
And having that be the reversal, okay, I need a bar at 3 and a choice at 1. And of course, people pretty much level with me, man. If this wasn't on choice, would you even consider this combo still?
Overall, like, win, I could still make the argument, but going past that, not really.
Let's say this was on a shot.
I would probably have to, I would probably definitely be a little more, I'd probably have to, like, be a little safe, be like, shot is not a pressing trigger, it does not really help my game state early on in the game, so overall I would, like, not feel like good playing it.
Okay, well, let's see here.
And most people would feel the same way,
Let's look at your other trigger choices for this deck. All right, set 1 Shadow. It's on attack, reveal top of deck, grab it if it's a guy.
Any character.
It's on the bounce.
Okay.
I believe it is a 5/5. on attack.
All right.
So destroyed easily in response.
Mm-hmm.
The Maguro combo from Dear My Sister. Well, it's Maguro on a bounce.
Mm.
It's a 5/5 on offense, 4/5 toughness. This, you get everything you want. Literally, this is literally a strict upgrade. Now let's replace that. Let's replace that choice trigger with shots. How would you feel now? Presenting those three choices.
Like I would go, like if I was, assuming I'm playing like obviously Kia Charo deck here.
Correct.
Like like this was on shot, and like knowing that Maguro's on a wind, I'm
Correct.
honestly more tempted to go Maguro.
Holy, really? Because of the trigger?
Partially that, and like while this gets me precisely what I want, the problem is more of, I will admit that like, wing's a very good trigger, especially in a standby heavy meta. Whereas, like, yes, shot does have value, especially late game, but I would argue that in general, Chia Shot is not about dealing a gazillion points of damage late game.
It really isn't, especially in its current iteration. I mean, its current finishers are set one clock kick and a Musashi.
Like, okay, cool. Musashi with the shot trigger sounds pretty nutty, but the chances of that being reliable are like next to zero.
Right. You don't count on it. So, literally, that's why I'm just like, you know what? That's why I was basically forced to make this a choice.
Right.
I felt forced.
On top of that, it's inevitable that at least choice will make it into modern title or modern expansions with yellow. That's kind of like a given. Like, it's not like standby where like certain towers are just simply not allowed to have it. Looking at you, Fate. But choice is like you can easily give it to a title with yellow and it wouldn't be broken.
I mean, they gave it to Fate.
They gave choice to Fate. Yes.
Literally, it's on a Saber level 3 that I was just like, yo, this is Ichika, except better.
It's good, but the choice make Fate broken anyway? No.
Not even close.
Right.
Like,
you could argue that, like, I'm pretty sure most people will probably agree with us when we say standby giving to the wrong, standard title could make it tier 0, unironically.
Yeah, no. Golden Winds pulls?
Right. Golden Winds pulls.
I'm sorry, man, but no. But literally, though, I feel that Chia Shadow really needed a combo like this, needed something extremely powerful.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel this fits the ticket.
For sure.
I mean, this only starts the explosiveness.
Oh boy. Gavin's got more for y'all here.
I was about to say, okay.
We'll move on.
Yep. Next. Dropping out of the Student Council election, Shadow 1045, Fleur de Lapin, and Bloom. Continuous. If all of your characters are named Chia and Shadow in their card names, this is a 6/5 at all times. Auto. When your other character with Chia or Shadow is frontal attacked, you may pay the cost of pay 1, sacrifice this. If you do, return that character to your hand.
Alright, so people who have been paying attention to the past year, y'all might have seen something very similar to this in quintessential quintuplets in the form of a Yasuba double R.
Yeah, I mean, this man knew exactly where I got this from.
Now, there are two main differences here. Yasuba's only a 6/5 on your turn only, and while Yasuba could JC for anything, Shaw was restricted to herself and her childhood friend.
Of course, I did that because, number 1, factionalism. 2, it gave me the excuse of this could be a 6/5 at all times.
And I don't see that being a big problem overall. But sure,
really
it'll be a pain in the ass, but that's the reward that player's getting for playing just with these two characters in their deck.
What I feel that Bushiroad R&D doesn't do correctly is they're too scared of rewarding players for sticking to a particular deck design choice.
Right, and I think Gochi Usa could open up the floodgates for like better factional design.
Right, and like
It has the foundation of doing so already.
like level with me, man. Could you actually see? Let's say Bushiro was a bit more daring. Could you see these cards being real?
To some extent, not all of them would be real. Like, I don't know about the on attack simply search. Like, I think we should still really scared to do that. I could see
They did
them,
it. They did it with Dean, man.
but that's level 2 or higher, and
True.
it was originally intended for just a 2K one. They just
Oh,
they just accidentally, or I mean, it was probably on purpose because they wouldn't overlook something that glaring. But it was also to like reward people who went to the, I think it was like a demo session or something to get the +2 soul promo.
I mean, I
Like
mean,
that promo is literally ancient. Like you had to be playing Weiss Schwarz in 2008 to have accessed it the proper way.
it's the Black Lotus of this game. It's the Black Lotus, man. I mean, can you imagine if that shadow combo was on a fucking 2 soul?
Oh baby.
You call me crazy for that one. Be like, bro, FR, two
No.
soul.
No. It'd be more like, whoa, we are in 2021. We're making +2 soul combos on double R's.
Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. Now, backed up by a JC.
Now, if I'm not
Uh,
mistaken, Gavin, Kia and Charlotte actually had an Amagi.
no, they
Oh, they don't.
didn't.
Oh no, thinking about a different faction.
You're thinking about a different faction entirely.
Okay, go man.
Now,
Goes to show how much I know about Gochi Uso.
now, of course, before this, our only other level 1 attacker that wasn't our combo was either a 1065 that did not allow us to salvage during our combat phase, or an Ellie clone.
Both of which
Like,
seem pretty meh.
they seemed met in 2018 when the power level was substantially lower. In 2021, FR, come on, man. I think you'd be pretty embarrassed to play that. Like, the Chia Ellie clone felt great in 2016. Like, she was pretty good back in 2016. It now, oh god, no.
Mm-mm.
In fact, I feel that the JC is probably one of the weakest cards on this list. And that's saying something when I'm like, I created these cards. I'm going, man, I feel kind of bad writing a JC here, but what else do I put that's worth it for? Like, I'm trying to look for and that's one of the Chia and Shadow's biggest holes is level 1. It would be more of the entire deck, but level 1 especially is painful. So I'm like, you know what could easily make it into a decent option? Making this into a better version of Gotsubu no Hanayome's level 1, which I find to be pretty decent, actually.
Right.
And that level 1 combo is not only defendable, but in case she is threatened, JC in response.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel that, more reversal combos are starting to come back. So I'm like, you know what? Okay, you can't defend your way out of it. JC your way out of it.
Right. Either this body is defendable because the opponent cannot surpass it by a lot, or okay, it's not defendable. Bye.
Yeah, JC in response. Like, how do you feel about this? How do you feel about this particular card?
Like again, I like that it rewards people for sticking with Chiyosharo, while also not being overtly, not being like overtly oppressive in general.
I mean, yes, it power creeps your girl, but well,
But I think the compromise is very, my girl, as he says, could be used for any quintuplet character. Whereas, Charo here, she can only be used for 2 specific names. And that's fine.
correct.
Like, chances are, I'm pretty sure, like, if they were originally gonna design that particular Yosiba for Yosiba only, she probably could have been a 6'5" herself.
Right. I think she would be a 6'5", honestly. Like, but I'm kind of glad they didn't, because otherwise, oh man, Gotoboom would be pretty suffering for level 1s, man.
Right.
Oh, it's already kind of sus for level 1s. But honestly, like Shadow here helps patch level 1 problems, and I feel with these 2 cards that level 1 can be patched because there is. Unironically, did you know that Chia and Shadow has a variant of ice cream counter?
I can't remember seeing something like that.
Like, they have a variant of ice cream counter. I was like, what the hell is this? Why is this so good?
Again, railgun veterans tell you.
Oh, okay. Hey, look, this ice cream. But it is a paid. And guess what? It's paid. It is a 1/1 instead of a 1/0.
So it scales from a higher amount.
Right. It scales instead of scaling for 500 per level, it's now 1,000 per level. So.
Oh, even better.
So I believe it starts off at 1,000. So it goes from 1, 2, and then 3,000.
Ooh, fun.
So using an ice cream counter and a paid ice cream counter is great with choice.
Yeah, because paid counters do have that soul trigger. Important.
So that's why I kind of felt and that makes Shadow even more defendable. So pretty much, well, you're going to either attack her with a 2/1 or you're bombing her. And I don't know about you, man, but the level 2 is actually far more common than the bomb. So you could unironically defend her. Now, she's not going to be defendable against standby targets, obviously, but...
That's not what cost switch cards... Well, chances are again, we're going to make cost switch cards that can be defendable against 2/2 standby targets.
Holy shit, if they do, what is this power creep, Bushy? Stop it! Get help! and man, I think you'd be shouting the same things at your screen.
Pretty similar.
All right, though. Any final thoughts on our dropping out of the student council election, Shadow?
I like it.
Now, of course, this is the scene where Shadow was picked by her class to run for student council president, and she's all like, you know what? I want to spend time with my friends. Screw being student council president.
Right, so she goes over to Amausa on, but she goes as like Chia was trying to find a gift that Sharo gave to her when they were kids, and you know Sharo finds it, and then after finding it, tells her, by the way, I'm also gonna be dropping out of my student council president election race. Both her and Chia were nominated at their respective academies.
What's funny is they both would make a better student council president than Hong Kong did.
Bro, you really had to bring her in here.
Hey, man.
Are we gonna make a bunch of Cocoa and Honoka cross references too?
Polls no. They're not even voiced by the same person.
They're not. Well, people will argue that they're very similar in personality.
True. Even though I think
I saw like a meme that actually like it's like basically like a bunch of Honoka like characters from a bunch of franchises, and I think when you like go over, there's like a picture of Cocoa and it's labeled Barista Honk.
Damn it! Damn it! Oh, you know, I get kind of like Ayane Sakura is typecast in these damn things because every time I hear Honoka open her voice, I hear Yotsuba, and lo and behold, without even looking up who voiced who, I know it's Ayane Sakura. I mean, can you blame me when I say my favorite role of hers is Nao from Charlotte?
There's also like so you know like against like the Spider-Man Homecoming meme or something where like everywhere I go I hear you know his voice, or everywhere I go I see him or something. And then someone like again goes, everywhere I go I hear her voice, referring to Ayane Sakura.
She's literally everywhere, man, and she uses the same voice. She uses like two voices, dude.
Yeah, two voice. Well, actually, we could say like the voice for now. It's kind of like the voice for Mitake Run from Bang Dream. Not really, right?
Not really, but at the same time, it's. But at the same time, like Nao is probably her most unique role.
True.
Nao is probably like her, like hearing her as Kokoa and hearing her as Yotsuba, man, management wants you to identify the differences between these two. There isn't one.
They're the same character.
Literally, there's a secret. You know which meme I'm referring to, man.
Yeah, I do.
Oh,
Even,
alright.
I should, low key, I feel like I should eventually watch that show because I actually work in one.
I mean,
A friend of mine who used to run his own local shop actually said you would better appreciate that show if you worked in one.
probably.
I could imagine it. Alright, anyway,
Alright.
we'll move on here.
Next.
Yep, so we now have Fear of Being a Leader, Chia, level 3, 2 cost, 7500 power with the Ama Usa on and Bloom traits. So continuous, she gets 1000 power for each of your other characters with Chia or Sharo in your card games. On play, heal 1, we kind of expect that on like level 3 double Rs for the most part. Because we're having a little climax combo here, so auto climax combo at the beginning of the encore step, if you have leading a cafe, a gold bar trigger in your climax area, and either the character in front of this card is reversed or there's no character in front of her period, you may pay 2 stock and discard 1. If you do, put the character in front of her if it was reversed into your opponent's clock and burn 3. And if there was no character in front of this card, your opponent puts the top card of their deck to their clock instead. You still apply the burn 3. I'm just really not really sure how a Busher would really work this, TBH, because we have never seen anything like it.
Right. So basically, I tried to so a lot of people are like, clock kicks suck because your opponent can just kick W all day. Oh, really now? This fixes that problem.
Right, so
Oh.
when I first saw it, actually reminded me of that level 3 card from Kyokai no Rinne, but far less convoluted. Because that's like one of the only other cards you could think of that put that, either that or the new Milim card from Slime that could put cards from the top of your opponent's deck into clock, or from your opponent's deck to clock, period. Rather.
Right, it's more of, oh god. Well, I didn't want to make Milim's Thunderbolt because, well, Milim's Thunderbolt.
It's its own level of absurdity.
Right, and I tried to make my finishers, comparable in 2021. Like, this is a sequel set, and we all know that sequel sets are far more powerful than first sets. Come on, it's Bushiroad's tired old formula by this point.
Right, especially people who keep calling this SAO the card game. Y'all know plenty of this, or y'all can't keep calling it Idols the card game.
Well, this isn't either of them.
Right.
This isn't Idols. This is an SAO.
No, it's just a feel good moe blob anime.
Now, the only way you're beating Chia is beating her, is getting over her, and that was my intention.
Right.
Either beating over her or Charlotte.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's really hard to design cards that beat Charlotte without being heavily specialized, and I wanted to make this more palatable towards the majority of players.
Right.
I mean, man, name how many Charlottes you have seen at high level comp. Like, Charlotte does not make that big of a population change, does it?
No, like, the last event I played at was the online World Grand Prix 2020 Nationals, and there were only I believe there were only 3 or something Charlottes total.
And in the
out of what, 80, about 80 players or something. I don't remember the exact number anymore.
80 plus, but so regardless though, you kind of just accept your losses at this point. You gotta just accept your losses if it's Charlotte. Like, you have to go a different strat. Now, notice, this is 500 over your typical level 3 combo. I'm like, well, you know what? You're not getting you're not a 9k base that's getting a free 2k. No, you're becoming 11.5 instead. Your base power toughness is a hell of a lot lower.
Mm-hmm. But it's to actually reward you for building board.
Right.
Like, typically we see against 9,500 to get an extra 1k for whatever the heck, or they're 10k to get an extra 1k for whatever the heck. No, here, if you don't build that board, you're tiny. You're tiny.
Now, of course, well, the heal. You know what? I
You were kind of
I
forced to because that's what Bushiroad's been doing for the past who knows how long.
and I really wanted to make this a dunk trio, but I was like, uh, I don't feel I need to actually.
And you know, gold bar means you shouldn't ever have to. TBH.
Right.
Like now that I think about it, like after things like Factory Tyrant Hase Miku, they just pretty much kind of stopped it for the most part with Climax combo level 3 with a gold bar, that gig or draw.
Well, actually, no. Rabbit-eared Parker Chia. They came out in
Right.
2016.
Like I'm not saying that they stopped making them entirely, but it's more of you could tell like they were kind of shifting away from it as time went on.
Yeah, fair enough. Like, of course,
Like,
the
because
original.
it's kind of like, you know, gold bar is already a trigger that will land in your hand because it's gold bar.
Right. This, the original Chia was just a standard clock kick. Draw 2, ditch 1, clock kick, and I'm at 11k. Well, this is just strictly better.
Right, it was literally a bigger Factory Tyrant Hosting Miku.
And of course, this gives you the burn too.
I know people are really warming up to two additional instances of damage on cards more and more now.
So people really people want their opponents to die.
Right, and like this design of mini fever is very very interesting.
Well, you'll see a lot more of it. Spoiler alert.
It's meant to it's basically meant to tell the opponent like, hey, play fairly. You don't get to just simply catch W and get away with it.
Nope. Especially not. Matt, what would be your ideal play against this?
Actually somehow be able to defend against it.
Basically, be bigger than me. Like the empty slot, Keck Wing is the worst thing you can do.
Because that means, okay, I have free reign to not only burn the green, but before that, I'm forcing that top card of your deck into your clock. If that was a climax, oh well.
You eat the clock kick regardless. Basically, I did this as a big fuck you to the soul sleepers out there. I'm sorry to do this to my own apprentice, but I'm like, no, bruh, you're not dodging the kick. I don't care if you kick W.
It would be interesting to see more green combos like this because for those who remember us talking about green, like
bro, what's green specialty? Kicks.
It honestly needs some help, and the fact that clock kicks can be dodged really is not helping it.
Oh, this? Oh dear God! You try dodging this.
Right. Sack counters don't help you. Cat W doesn't help you.
Pretty much, be bigger. That is the only thing you can do.
Right.
Or Charlotte.
Or Gavin, you know what you also might have actually done for some players? Unironically tell them to play those cards that say counter give something cannot be reversed until end of turn.
Oh shit, you right.
Like those events can unironically become playable.
If this starts coming up.
Right. Now, will Bushiroad make something like this? I don't see them doing that anytime soon, TBH.
Because they probably see this as massively unfair.
Also, Bushiroad, Millam's Thunderbolt.
Millam's Thunderbolt?
Like, FR, you're gonna kill? You're gonna say I red can have this, but not green?
I'm like, Millam's Thunderbolt.
You can have this on a red combo on standby, FR.
They're like, well, if you sat counter, the Thunderbolt does nothing. Fair enough. Go ahead, please sack counter. You just sacrificed a bunch of resources to do nothing. You prevented the Thunderbolt's cast. That's it. And that's a shit ton of I told Soul Sleeper this last night, like, dude, Millam has no real good counter, other than just being bigger. He's like, what do you mean, dude? You can just sack counter your way out of the Thunderbolt. That costs 3 stock and 2 cards.
That's what they want you to do, so that when you retaliate, you'll have fewer resources to retaliate with.
Exactly. The Thunderbolt is bait. And he's like, oh, okay. Well, what about Keck W? Sure, you eat the burn too. Here's a nice serving of 2 damage for you.
Before a 3 before trigger soul damage.
Right. Here's a nice serving of 2 damage. Like, ow. Like, Milim heavily punishes you.
Like standby is one of those, standby decks typically they love it when opponents can W period. Because that's how they get back their so-called damage deficit from playing standby because of them not being soul pumps.
You can see that, like, would you believe me if I thought about Milim and her damn Thunderbolt when designing this?
ABX, I'm not surprised.
I'm not surprised. I was like,
either this guy got back to Milim's Thunderbolt and or Kyokai no Rin, and I highly doubt the latter.
Inuyasha, FR man?
Like,
Inuyasha?
Hey, it was the first thing that came to my mind before Milim's Thunderbolt, TBH, because it was the first one that I remember.
True. And, yo, dog, Milim's Thunderbolt. What? How is this allowed?
In Reg, no less. Like, FR, did Reg need that kind of help?
No. I mean, I understand. Standby needed a finisher. Bushy, no, you went way too far.
But you know what? I think I would love to see more green cards explore like this kind of territory.
I would love to as well. Like, okay, be promoting the fact of size matters.
I think green could actually do that just fine.
Now, as long as, like, Reinhardt just says no to Chia. Though Reinhardt only prevents 1 instance of this.
Right, Reinhardt cannot be at 3 places at once.
And then Reinhardt would be pretty broken.
Like in a way he is, but also he isn't.
Right, the other 2 lanes will just be like, oh crap, I still ate the kick and the burn 3.
Well, technically, the Q is still technically front into the... She still technically fronts into Reinhardt because of Bodyguard.
Oh yeah, true.
But because the other 2 lanes are technically empty, as Gavin says, the kick from the top of the deck still applies.
Yep.
Like, that's what I mean by Reinhardt is at, like, because of Bodyguard, he is technically at 3 places at once, but because of the way that Chia reads, he also isn't.
Right, so I'm just like, even preventing shit like Reinhardt from completely cucking you. Pretty much, like I said, there are 2 solutions to this card. There are 2 answers. Be bigger or Charlotte.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're the latter, well, unfortunately, I can't cuck Charlotte that easily.
No.
Without being heavily specialized. So
and Goki was saying in general it's not meant to be like an anti-Charlotte matchup in general, right?
Right. In fact, this is meant to be This is meant to be with the other kings on top of Mount Rushmore, and Charlotte is unironically one of the kings. But any more thoughts about Miss Chia here?
Like, I'll just reiterate what I say. I just think that Bushido needs to be more assertive about what to do with green, because I think green just honestly, like just green in general, not just in Goki Usa, but like in any other title they make, just needs more love.
It's like
especially at level 3. I think level 3 is typically like where green tends to be pretty bleh in general.
Like Hatsune combo from Princess Connect, okay. It's just merely okay.
Or like we could discuss any of the level 3 green combos that were in shiny colors.
No? FR man? No?
Crying.
Don't give me that Beansy garbage, man.
I'm talking level 3.
Oh, level 3? They're better than Ninja, I'll give you that much.
But that's not saying a lot though.
No, I'm not saying a lot. And man,
like comparing to Ringsay, oh lord.
And man, you mentioned sus colors, man. Sus.
I know. And I said level 3, I'm like, FR is gonna bring some Ringsay.
Actually, there is a level 3 combo evolving DJ. Excuse me, sir.
There is.
But it's the transformation into her level 3, which doesn't really count.
Yeah, it's like, like yes and no.
Yes, there is technically one, but FR man, no, it does not count.
Right.
Fuck out of here. Alright, next. Owner of the Beer Hall Chia. It's a juice hall, guys. It's a juice hall. If you have 2 or fewer cards in your stock, this gains 1,500, and when this is put from the waiting room from the stage, you may pay the cost to pitch a card. If you do, look it up to the top 4 cards of your deck, reveal up to 1 Chia or Shadow in its card name amongst them, add it to your hand, and discard the rest.
Oh boy, we are playing with thick Autism Mark IIs that are name restricted.
Okay, when I typed out the first sentence, what was your initial reaction?
I really thought I was going to underprint an actual copy of Crimson Gaming Genius Mega Man or the drop salvage version.
Nope, fooled you! Got him, boys! Nope, got him!
No,
Like,
so in context, because, people might just go, why didn't Gavin just, type it all in, one burst? Gavin, you can tell the audience about, how you function when it comes to bullet points versus paragraphs?
Yep, go ahead.
So, whereas I'm more of a paragraph kind of person when it comes to communicating, Gavin's more of a bullet point type of person. So he literally types this out, line by line. Each message would be, 1 sentence or part of an effect.
And it's just like, well, okay, so I could have done the Crimson Demon Genius. That is a double rare worthy. But I'm like, you know what? Looking back at Gochiusa's card pool, honestly, we don't need it. We have a thick as fuck Akane, 003K Akane.
Mm-hmm.
Chia and Shadow only, of course.
Mm-hmm.
We have Shadow and a Rabbit Ear Parker from set 1. Season 1. Well, season 1, set 1, they're basically the same thing. But we're like, where's our free mill? What's an easy double rare to make? You know what? Awesome Mark II, go!
Right, and, it's not like Busho has never done this in recent times. Go look no further than, again, quintessential quintuplets. There was an Autism Mark II for Nino characters only.
But that was an uncommon, this is a double rare.
Right, because, Chia and Cheryl have a ton of very, very powerful cards.
Right.
And we're trying to make some more for them.
Right, and Nino here, Nino, while being the best one for limited, is kind of suffering in constructed. Chia and Shadow, with some, they've proven in the past they're willing to make powerful Ausises. I mean, look at your boy, man. Look at your boy. It's your boy from 1080. Hello?
Right.
Now, he was only a 3K.
And
versus
3K only on the turn you play him. Correction.
Versus 3-5 as long as you can maintain the stock requirement.
Right, so
now,
you could argue that, maybe this card, you could maybe make the argument, Chia Shara should not go to Unga Bunga.
It shouldn't. But also, now, of course, I could have made a brainstorm. People would argue, well, what about a brainstorm? I'm like, brainstorms are so boring.
They really, that's the thing. What can you do to make a brainstorm look more exciting than something like Fool Me and Assault Lily? It's kind of hard, right? Without making it broken. Either you do something like give power, that's kind of boring in itself. It could be like Foamy or Remming a Hakama, or you could also make it. You could also try expressing it with hashtag brainstorm 5s.
But at the same time, I'm going, well, I'm also in the belief that brainstorms, brainstorms should not be double rares
anymore. We've seen good brainstorms on Uncommon and R's these days.
Right, I'm just going, oh, come on, Bushy. Stop filling up double rare slots with brainstorms, please. Give us more unique cards.
If anything, okay, Fool Me is probably I think we could excuse Fool Me, because he's very unique.
I mean, Kokoro Brainstorm from Princess Connect. Oh, come on.
That did not need to be a double rare.
Oh, it's like,
But
I
like
mean,
again, outside of like Fumi, like a lot of the double rare bracelets we saw were just simply like, was this really worth the double rare slot? Like Kaho, FR.
or Yuki from
Yeah,
10th Annie, like
Yuki, Rimi, Kurumi,
Sumi Brainstorm.
or Nino slash Yosuba.
Oh, like, oh, come on. Like, come on. Those, like, Brainstorm should not be double rares anymore. Like, it's kind of ridiculous. Like, it's kind of ridiculous. Like, I feel kind of bad opening one of my 5 double rares in a box is a Brainstorm. Like, oh, damn it. Like, I get it. Having a Brainstorm for a deck is essential. But come on,
You have to
guys.
be out. You have to be inaccessible in that sense.
It's like those should be like $1 or $2. Like, make your the double rare should be the exciting cards, the cards you want to fucking open.
Right, like
Yeah,
a premier level 1 combo, a premier level 3 combo, a premier
like,
early play,
like even
a
this,
powerful level 0.
like, would you be excited opening this or a Brainstorm?
Oh, definitely this card.
Like you read the card, like, oh, nice, it's awesome.
Like, cool, something that actually might motivate me to play Kyosoro if I get it in the first place.
Or like the first 3 cards.
Right, like, yo, those should be, like, oh, yo, see level Kyo? Whoa, that's hot.
That's some spice there. You know what? Even the JC is more exciting than a Brainstorm. Like I try to make cards that I myself would go, holy moly, yes, let's go, boys.
Basically, we're trying to do our best to make sure that any of the double rares we pull here do not get, if we were to review these on the flip side, that we will not give them a rating lower than playable or playable minus at worst.
I try to make 13 Sparkle Doges.
Oh, this guy, ambitious.
I tried to make 13 Sparkle Doges, man. Though I think I've already failed. I would probably only give the JC a playable rating.
Yeah, I was like, this guy said he wanted to make everything Sparkle rating? Question mark?
I would give the other 3 a Sparkle rating on the flip side.
Robs.
Especially Chia, man.
Yeah, Kia, I give a Sparkle to for sure.
Like, okay, let's go back to let's go back and review each of these cards. Like,
Are we actually?
but I mean, just kind of a
as a quick, not really as a, we're gonna like give our reasons.
Right. Okay, Frustration Shadow, Sparkle Doge.
Yeah, I Sparkle Doge it.
Okay, Miss JC, playable.
Yeah, regular playable. Nope, it doesn't like it's not the main motivator.
Chia, come on, man.
Yeah, easy Sparkle.
Chia, yes.
Yeah, I Sparkle this.
By the way, for limited purposes, all Climax combos in these 13 cards are Climax rares.
So oof.
So good luck in limited.
I feel like you might have made an absurd number of Climax rares in that case.
I think I only made 4. Oh wait, I think I've made 6 of them. Damn it!
What you want to retract that statement?
Sure. But seriously though, like, Chia and Shadow could really use the free mail here.
Definitely.
And they don't have any. Like,
and
the only.
I really like that this also takes advantage of the fact that you're playing Gold Bar.
Oh yes. Pitch this Kuso bar.
Or even choice. You know, those level 2s and 3s you're salvaging off a choice are not really that useful to you early game.
Nope. Let me ditch these useless cards for actual good cards, guys.
Right. And it's okay if this recurs back into yourself, because at least you're only allowed to find Kia and Charlotte. You're not allowed to play good Kokoa or Maya cards or something.
Or good Nisei cards.
Right.
But regardless, though, like, this, like, for Gochi Usa owners, basically, I wanted to incentivize you to play, to at least consider every single faction.
Right. Each faction, while being unique, will have their reasons to play it over the others, based on what you like as a player.
Right. Chia and Shadow I decided to be the most generic. but that's, I mean, it more fits my playstyle because I like these two.
Okay, fair enough.
All right, any final thoughts about Miss Chi here?
Okay, I guess she's overall fine. I mean, I gave Busho work to like make it, so probably will make it no bigger than 3K on both turns, I'll be honest here.
Fair enough. Though, I was considering nerfing this to Azusa Mark 3. I was like, no.
Because it got be a little too boring. It's probably what you were thinking. And you know what? You're forcing into, you know what? When you force people into these specific games, make it Mark 2. And I think that's fine.
Fair enough. Like, I didn't want to go Imba, man.
Right. Like, I think this design works out overall fine. Again, the power is probably like questionable. It's I'm saying the power. People, you heard me right. The power, the actual stat of this card is more questionable than the Azusa Mark II effect itself.
I mean, you would call me crazy.
I think it's okay for Shiro to having Azusa Mark II. Because at least, I know that whoever's playing is only really playing Shiro.
Right. Like, you would call me crazy if this was Azusa Mark 1.
I would call you crazy. I'll be like, Gavin, what year do you think this is?
2016?
Get out.
5 years ago, man? No. Alright, next.
Alright, we now have Aki Brokant Rize. She's a level 2 1 cost, 6500 power with the Rabbit House and Bloom traits. So she's an early player if you have 4 or more Rabbit House characters. And on play, she gets power plus X until end of turn, where X is the number of your Rabbit House characters, including herself, multiplied by 1000. And auto climax combo, when this card's battle opponent becomes reversed, if you have Selling Aki Brokant, a door trigger in your climax area, you may put the top card of your deck to your stock and perform the following action twice. Look at up to the top 4 cards of your deck, reveal up to 1 Rabbit House character among them, add it to your hand, and mill the rest.
You were drunk when making these. It's when this card attacks, she gains 1000 times your other Rabbit Houses.
You didn't correct me on that earlier. What happened?
Oh, I was drunk. So, while you're correcting this, does this card remind you of a certain card?
Now it does.
Now it does. I mean, it's very familiar.
This is how we go like Gavin gets to type out things in correct details sometimes. Like when he sends them my way.
Well, I mean, this is why I never prepare these slides, because I go Magic Syntax XYZ, boys. I'd be like, bro, this isn't a Magic channel. It's Magic with Moe blobs. But seriously though, I was about when designing this card, I was like, okay, for those of you who haven't noticed by now, I mean, this is reliable friend Ryo Futaba from Aobuta Set 2, a retrained of her. Now some of you might be like, well, she's a strictly better version of Ryo Futaba. I'm going, not exactly.
So unlike Ryo, they will not be defendable on the flip side. Oh, not as defendable as Ryo, right?
Yeah, I was about to say Ryo is 8,000 after combo, a staunch difference of 1,500. Now, unlike Ryo though, Rise also has the option of a anti-change stat counter, as well as 2k counters to defenders, so you can't just charge in level 2s to kill her, because they can be anti-changed. You pretty much have to bomb her, or get over the 8,500 stat line after counter.
Mm-hmm.
But since there's a playable global 5 in Rabbit House, now you have to climb over 9k, which is difficult for a lot of decks. Mm-hmm. And of course, our previous choice for level 1 combo was Shimakaze, man.
Yup, got Shino level 1.
Yeah, Shimakaze. FR, Shimakaze 2021. Pick one. It's actual Shimakaze. It's not even fever-based. Like,
Oh
oh
no,
god.
the card was made too early for Fever. You're funny.
Oh well, dude, how bad would it be to like? How bad would you feel having to play Shimakaze, real Shimakaze, in 2021?
Overall pretty bad.
Like, would you feel bad about playing Dise here?
No, not really. I mean, it's not a good trigger. It incentivizes me. Like, chances are, if I would probably only get one off, because of the way this is designed. Like, you could go the
You
second
could go
one,
ham.
but that requires you to literally minus to then you have to make it back up by getting the successful reverse.
I mean, though Dise is designed to be a +1. Dise is designed to be a +1 every time she goes off. So, however, unlike the Shimakaze, though, I restrict your selection.
Hmm.
Your selection is limited here.
Right?
That's the payoff for being a real +1. Of course, instead of growing in size, I gave you. Well, these eight now go stock positive, which is really good now. With the prevalence of anti-change bombs, I feel that the science-based strategy is not as viable anymore. And I was just like, well, if DZ gets bombed, you feel kind of terrible, don't you?
Right.
So that's why I'm just going. DZ needs to go stock positive here, and I need to be able to create profiles that. I mean, DZ herself does not need help reversing.
No.
Like, I don't want to know where you play at if DZ needs help reversing.
Oh
I don't.
boy. Like, whoa, what are people crapping out? I don't know. I don't even know what I don't want to know what they're crapping out at level 1.
I don't even want to know. And especially 3 lanes of it, FR.
Oh boy.
I mean, like, what? What in the Sam Hill is this, man? Like, can you name a single deck that could realistically defend against DZ?
No, not really.
Like a single deck that's actually played nowadays.
Hmm.
Wow, you can't think of a single one.
Like,
Now,
not too easily, like, to be able to, like, that's the thing. Try lane defending, that sounds like a tall order.
pretty much the only way that you're really preventing DZ is Yoshino, actually.
Right. Or you're the a-hole that's playing like a Gorillion JCs and Errands.
Right. Though though you can still attack the JC itself, dude.
Yeah, you can, true.
You need multiple JCs in order to prevent that off.
Right.
And at that point though, they're wasting so many resources, and Nize is still defendable. Like, you still have to deal with Nize herself at that point. It's like, okay, sure.
Right.
Can you deal with her body? Oh crap, I can't deal with her herself. I mean, I also designed this Nize to also be able to destroy early plays.
Right.
That was part of the appeal behind Science Bay. She could also destroy early plays too. Though at level 2, kind of too late. That's why I was like, you know what? I have to make. Like, a lot of people have problems with Science Bay because of the fact that she's a transformation. She's a transformation combo, like Shiroha is.
Right, which requires 3 cards minimum.
This only requires 2. This gives you the flexibility, and I feel that. I mean, this is a staunch upgrade from Shimakaze.
Oh, definitely.
I feel people will play this in spades compared to Shimakaze.
Oh, for sure.
Like, Shimakaze,
Like,
FR.
if you already see people play Sumi from Rent a Girlfriend, oh, we're definitely seeing people play this.
I mean, and Sumi, I mean, we praised the crap out of her for like 20 minutes. This is a better Sumi, don't you think?
Oh, definitely.
It's like, what? It's like, sure, Sumi could be a real +3.
And she's also on standby, if I'm not mistaken, right?
She's also a lot smaller.
Right.
She's also a lot smaller. So, Ize here? Oh, baby, yes. Guess what? We also have a Krista too. So our chance of getting to level 1 quicker? Hell yes.
Mm-hmm.
And we also have the Bize Mark 1, the original, in this particular deck. So yeah, we have level 0 covered.
Oh, very, very easily.
We have Chino Brainstorm that, you can, I don't, like, could you tell that that I had knowledge of previous Gochi Uso when designing these cards.
Oh, definitely.
Like I'm trying to patch up all of the holes because I'm like, okay, what's missing? We need viable level 1 combos. Let me think here. You know what? Let me see some old skeletons you can pull out of the closet. You know what? Science Bay. Science Bay.
Well, fixed version.
Well, I mean, Science Bay was kind of bullshit. Don't you think, man?
If she popped off, definitely.
It's like, oh, what the hell? Now, some people might call this better than Science Bay. I'm like, she is, but she isn't at the same time. Like, I would call this better than Shiroha, 100%. Better trigger, more strength, and unironically more card advantage. Sure, I don't get to pick, but I gain 1 more card. Okay, sure.
And it also fixes first deck problems that, you could argue that Gochi was getting really a lot of it because LO has resave version 1, but why not?
Why not? I mean, digging 8 cards deeper? Boy. So fucking good. I would easily give this the sparkle. Holy.
Yeah, same.
Make it the double, boys. Make it the fucking double. And then, oh, of course, this is from episode 1.
Yeah.
Where they tried to raise funds for the cafe.
Because they're like, oh yeah, we have like all this junk lying around because we keep like amassing a bunch of junk from previous shopping trips.
Oh, and of course, Nize and Chino make terrible salesmen.
Yeah. Go.
Just like, when Chia and Shadow sell a hell of a lot more shit than you. Oh, that's kind of embarrassing. Dude.
I mean, to be fair, it's been if you like have been keeping up with the series in any meaningful way, it is clear that Rize and Chino have social deficiencies.
Nize is a walking Metal Gear reference, and Chino, it's Chino, man.
Yeah,
she walks around with her grandpa on her head.
She's shy AF.
She walks around with her grandpa on her head, man.
Okay, only she technically knows that, and like maybe a couple, only she, her father, and like a small number of other people know that.
Really? I thought everyone knew that Tippy is her grandpa.
Well, it's clear that Aoyama doesn't, because every time Aoyama is holding Tippy, and she hears the voice of, Grandpa, she thinks that it's like coming from elsewhere, or like it's a toy or something.
True, fair enough.
And almost no one else refers to Tippy as being. No one, like, outside of Takahiro and Chino, no one really refers to Tippy as, oh yeah, this is the old guy who used to work at this cafe.
True.
He used to run this.
I mean, and of course, the guy that he just mentioned is Nize's dad.
No. Takahiro is Chino's dad.
Oh, it's Chino's dad. Oh, did they ever mention Nize's dad by name?
I don't think so. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's like credited somewhere, but like, I feel like almost no one I feel like maybe something like one phone call between Takahiro and the guy that guy's like never mentioned by name.
And the funny thing is that, by the way, there's actual plot continuity in season 3.
I actually enjoyed that. Like, whereas like I mean, there was some plot continuity in seasons 1 and 2, but not to the depth that season 3 went.
Season 3, hey look, we actually recount what happened last episode. And it actually made you want to continue watching it.
Chronology matters.
Chronology, even our cute moe blobs, guys. Hey look, Christmas happened. Christmas happened last episode.
Right.
Well, anyway, so let's move on to the next card, shall we?
Yep.
Oh boy. Trick or Treat, Chino and Cocoa. 3/2, 9K. Rabbit House and Bloom. And yes, she has a soul trigger, guys. Okay, so when this is placed onto the stage from your hand, draw up to 3 cards. If you drew 3 cards, discard 2. Otherwise, you pitch 1 card instead. This gains 500 for each of your other Rabbit House characters. And auto climax combo when this card attacks, if you have Trick or Treat, in your climax area, you may pay the cost of 4 and discard 1 if you do. mill the top 7 cards of your deck. Deal 1 damage X times, and this card gets 8,000 power till end of turn, where X is the number of Rabbit House characters put into your grave this way.
Oh boy, quite a bit to unpack here. So, we have pretty much never seen a card that says on play, draw up to 3 cards.
Nope.
This is actually the first, and it's also like flexible, so you will not be punished. You will end up with the same amount of net advantage no matter which mode you choose, outside of, well, unless you went for draw 0/1.
Oof.
Though if you get that, we have other things to ask.
Though
So,
at the same time,
like draw 3, discard 2 is almost like draw 3, discard 2 is the same amount of net advantage as draw 2, discard 1. Fair enough.
correct.
I assume that was the intention here.
Yep, it is.
Guess Huig for like no real reason, and guess even more Huig with Climax combo because we had to make that throwback to what was it called again? Like Glad to Be Friends, Coco and Chino,
Yep.
or glad to have met. There we go.
You got like Gochi Usa veterans. Anybody who sat across the table from Gochi Usa would know the callback. I knew I had to make the callback in this one. Okay, so the power. Well, let's see here. This is specifically designed to scare Reinhardt away. If you calculate everything,
that's actually correct.
this card is specifically designed to scare Reinhardt away. Have the counter or fuck off.
Now, and guys, before any back row, it's taken into account. That's the scary part.
Correct.
It's actually like full board, climax. That's actually 20k before anything else.
It's like, wait, this card is designed to scare Reinhardt away. Correct. 100%. Yeah, I gotta make sure the boogeyman goes away. Okay. It's like, oh shit. Okay, let's see here. Originally, I was going to intend this to be Graceful Charity. The draw ability to be identical to Graceful Charity. But then I thought to myself, not always will you need the full Graceful Charity effect. So I was like, let's make it a bit more flexible.
I think Gavin Game wants to like punish people who chose fewer than 3.
Right. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Would you be happy with a Graceful Charity on your combo?
In general, I will love it.
You're just like, oh god, yes. No, of course. This is like, I could have made this the boring heel. I could have made it the boring heel, but I'm like, you know what? No. The original was a draw 2 ditch one. Okay, let's modernize it.
Right.
Okay.
This is pretty much a modern version of Glad to have met Coco and Chino.
Now, the combo. Everyone's gonna be like, what the fuck? That is so expensive!
But you're doing up to 7 additional instances of damage.
Yeah, oh look, there's 8, that's like, I milled 7 guys. Prepare to sign that match slip.
Gavin basically got back to cards like Dwarf, and you know what, I'm gonna implement this into Gochi Usa.
No, let's put this on steroids.
Right.
Basically, are you Charlotte? No. Prepare to sign that match slip. Death from level 2. Death from level 2
is more likely than you think.
Actually, no, is far more likely than you think. Oh, I'm 2/3. I can't die, right? Think again. What? I'm dead?
You go play this expensive AF card? Watch what this expensive AF card's gonna do to you.
I just took 11, man.
I just took 11.
Hey, man, can you believe it?
I can. No, that's the thing. This card also makes such that just one of these going off is scary on it by itself.
Can you imagine 2 of them?
Understandable.
Signing match slip now.
Yeah.
Do you have the 8 stock? And the 2 cards to discard after this? I do. Signing match slip now. It's gonna. I'm dead.
Now, will Bushiroad print something like this?
Hell no.
Not this exact way. They'll probably make it far more expensive. it will probably be like something more specific too. Like, it will not be like Rabbit House characters. It might just stick with like soul triggers or something. Um, or if they really want to be boring, Climaxes build.
Oh god damn it, that's so boring.
Right, like, or like if we're gonna make it like a soul trigger version, like they did with Dwarf, it would be like some absurd stock cost and on top of.
Actually, Dwarf's stock cost. Exactly the same. This is
Remind me, did Dwarf Shotgun, like, if you play him through hand or via Lizard Man, did
draw two,
he?
ditch one.
Okay,
Draw two, ditch one, and the combo is pay 4 on attack, mill 5 for each trigger, burn 1.
right,
No, this is Dwarf Shotgun on steroids.
right. So, yeah, this is probably if Egg's not getting printed for real, it's probably this.
You know what's ironic? Even this exact profile, I can see the majority of competitive players ignoring this.
Right, why would I play this when why not stick to Glacier, Chino, and Coco? It's probably
Because that card doesn't kill people. This does. This fucking does. They'd be like, ew, that cost is so high.
like Gavin, if this actually was made, you could imagine like you can price this as like anyway some stupidly low price compared to everything else, right?
$200, man.
200 yen.
$2.
Versus the Chia Azusa Mark II. That's probably gonna be like 1980 yen.
Oh yeah, easily. But like everyone's gonna hop on the Chia and Shadow Try. I'm like, I'll be there with you, but at the same time, this. Holy shit! What? And then just wait. 3 weeks later, Japan. This starts popping up all over Japanese lists.
Again, becomes a 2480 yen card.
And then everyone's gonna hop on and be like, "Wait, what? Why is Japan playing this?"
So out on UK 2480 yen.
But dude, this card was $2 2 weeks ago. Yeah, it's because y'all ignored it. What happened? People started dying quickly.
Japan realized they can actually play the kill.
It's like,
or for one single life.
This is 8 instances on one fucking card, man.
Up to 8, 7 does mean you have a pretty good chance of whiffing at least one.
True, but can you imagine 7 instances of damage still coming at your face?
That's pretty yabai.
You're at 3. You're like 3-2, and you see this coming down. What are your exact thoughts?
I'm probably dead.
Probably dead. How many cancels do I have left? Oh, I'm like 3-15. You know what, man? I'll just concede here. I'll sign the match slip. Just save us both time. Actually, no. For the record, what would you have milled anyway? Oh yeah, I was fucked.
I was fucked. See 7 actual characters. That's all Rabbit House. Fog.
Fog. I'm dead. Like, oh. I mean, I thought to myself, this is probably the most absurd card of these 13.
Oh, definitely. I like typed this out like, what in the?
Like the power level probably got you to spat your drink at the monitor, didn't it?
Luckily, I do not drink when I'm typing.
If you did drink something,
I'll be like, oh.
How much alcohol did you consume after reading this?
See, I would, but I have work tomorrow.
Oh, okay. If you didn't have work tomorrow,
I'll probably have like a shot or two of whiskey or something after.
Oh, okay.
I wouldn't go for the third.
Or dude, just drink an entire bottle of Kirkland's Signature.
That far, I'll be dead.
Oh, you'll be dead. Oh, actually, that's some good vodka.
That far, be like cause of death. CC's empty Kirkland Signature bottle of vodka. Oh.
Oh, he died from alcohol poisoning. Wait, what caused him to drink so much alcohol?
See, goes on my seizing incomplete draft of Trick or Treat Show and Coco. It goes up to where it says put the top 7 cards of your deck. Not like the word deck is even complete.
Oh. It's like, wait, what's so absurd about this card? Reach the rest of the cards from the draft. Oh, that's why.
Like, oh yeah, this person actually plays Weiss Schwarz comparatively.
This fucking game. I swear. You know what? Give this the double, man.
I think this is actually one of the times this is really one of the few times I will actually say, yeah, put the double.
Let's fucking go, boys. Like, hello? Well, Cheeto and Coco need a reincarnation.
Hey, you know what? Well, this is absurd. Something like this would be helpful for Rabbit House's top end in 2021.
Right, like Cheeto and Coco is not good anymore, guys.
Like something that could just do more is what we're really asking for here.
Right, please. It's like Darth Vader, FR, no.
And people are saying that Kaguya is still good because they have Darth Vader.
FR, no.
Alright, we'll move on. We have elementary school teacher Rize. Level 00 cost 2500 power with the Rabbit House and Bloom traits. At the beginning of each attack phase, reveal the top card of your deck. If that card is a Rabbit House character, this card gets one of the following abilities until end of turn. On reverse, you may search your deck for up to one Rabbit House character, add it to your hand, and discard one and shuffle your deck. Or, give this continuous, this card gets roll +1, power +1000, and clean cut. And you leave the reveal card in its original position, of course.
So I was like, Rabbit House could use a clean cut.
Oh, let's be a little funny about it. Let's take inspiration from a card that's coming up in the upcoming. Well, by the time it's uploaded, we will already have revealed Nichikasaki.
You could tell I was influenced by Emma. Good.
Yeah, I was like, wait, this reads very familiar.
This is very familiar.
This guy literally took Emma and made her better.
And man, I made Emma and turned her into a good card. Spoiler alert, that card's not very good, guys.
Arguably the worst double R.
Oh man, you'd be like, wait a second.
What's my blue double R here? Oh, it's Emma FR.
Oh man, Emma. Like if I saw Emma as my double R, I'd be tempted. Where's the vanilla? Where is the goddamn vanilla? But these are here. Okay then. Let's fucking go. And on reverse drop search that I don't have to pay stock for? Sweet. A clean cut? What? Did Gochi Usa need a clean cut in 2021? Yeah. I think that Gochi Usa could use a clean cut, honestly speaking.
Like, yes, they have good other level 0 tools, like they have the original Rize, they have A Krista, but it needs more in the offensive department.
Right,
I think I could agree that like Goki was just kind of lacking when it comes to general bulk.
There
is like that one on play gives something 15, but that's kind of like whatever now.
That's Pucci Mika, man. That card's not good.
Right.
People were playing a 0/0 Cocoa that if you had 2 or less stock, gained +1 level and 1,000 0025 stat line. People were playing that. I was like, FR.
Apparently, no other bulk exists in Rabbit House.
So I'm like, you know what? Easy, fix that.
But let's have some bulk with you could either have like some utility or you could get some bulk and clean cut.
Like, did you honestly I thought to myself, should I just make banana? I thought to myself, should I just make banana for this card? But I'm like, no, let's be a bit more innovative with it.
Right now, will Bushiro go ahead and do this? Probably not that soon. They just recently made Emma.
Dude, they probably just give.
They TBH knowing them. They might knowing what will happen. It's most likely gonna go the way. It's probably gonna go the wayside. She'll be like the first and only one of her kind.
Right. It's probably Bushiro is more likely to give Rabbit House banana than this.
Right.
and that's saying something.
Right,
Like,
when I first read this, I'm like, am I reading this right? When I saw Gavin's draft.
yes, you are. You are reading this right. Well, actually, no, you're not reading that right because it's not ever. She's not always bulky. Not always.
Right. Not always bulky. You have to, first of all, you have to meet the condition. Then you have to choose.
Well, I was about to say, man, So this card is a lot more skillful than one would think.
Right.
This turn is not brain dead.
It's not just get clean cut go burr.
She can be a thick, clean cut go burr.
She can. That's up to you as a player.
Or she can be a free drop search.
Both are pretty good.
Would you play this card, man?
I will play this card. This is like easy 4 of.
Easy 4 of, like in limited.
Oh. Well, I will obviously have to start, See, limited and Goku is a very, very funny problem, Gavin.
Too much factionalization?
Because you're kind of like, once you go on your first 3 packs, especially in a set like Goku, you should already know which patch you're going into. Unless you see a card that literally forces you to switch.
Like, for example, the double rares that we've seen so far. You open that. One of those cards is your rare in the pack for limited. Like, would you take them? Like, if you saw any of the double rares that we've seen so far?
I would probably like first pick most of them. Like again, the comments are a little like harder. Like, Kyo just take us. She could be bulky, even if I don't get a climax.
Right.
She's bulky healer. You can't go wrong with that limited. But like the Sharo combo, assuming that's a climax rare combo, that'd
all climax rare.
That'd be a little hard to pick as first pick because they're like honestly climax. Why would I bother, right?
Or well, Chino and Kokoa. If you get that off in limited, you win.
Right. But even getting, having graceful charity is not terrible in limited.
Right.
Graceful charity on a probably 11k body.
Like, Jesus Christ, that's pretty big.
Like, after combo.
Oh, well.
If I get it, cool. But if I don't, I prevent someone else from having it.
Hey man, the combo makes your opponent bleed.
Right. But I can't reliably find the combo.
Fair enough. And DJ here, you know what, man? Compared to the other, pretty much anything but the level 3s, I just kind of feel kind of bad. Like, DJ is kind of the worst double rare we've seen so far, and that's saying something. It's either that or the JC. Like, I tried to make them all appealing, but sometimes it's not possible.
Because Weiss Schwarz game design, right? You're not careful, you can literally break the game, right?
Right, and unfortunately, a Weiss deck is not Jund.
Right.
It's not literally 36 good. It's not literally 36 good cards, 24 land.
Right. That's not how this game works.
Unfortunately, you cannot build a Weiss Schwarz set like you build Jund.
Oh.
I wish I could, but oh god, no. If
every deck became Jund mid range, I think I can't just go. What's the point?
What's the point? You know what? I'd rather just go play Jund.
I wouldn't go that far because it would cost me too much to play Jund.
Oh yeah, true.
I'm like, if I want to pay $2,500 to play Jund.
No. It'd be Jund with mole blobs on it. But man,
yeah, that's a lot of shinies in your deck for a $2,500 Jund in Weiss Schwarz.
I know, right? And man, those SSPs, some of those SSPs, man,
could unironically go up to the $2,000 mark.
Oh, past that, man. Yukina? Holy.
Holy is right.
No. I'm sorry, man, but I could trade my car in for a set of those. Yeah, no. I'll keep my car, thank you. You can have your Yukinas. But anyway, so any last thoughts about Miss Vise here?
It's definitely a push on the Emma design, that's for sure. Like it'd be something worth. It'd be some. I don't know. I think the Emma design is something worth expanding upon. Improve upon it for like a later title for sure.
Right.
And Goku could be a good example of doing that. It could be a good
Right.
It could be a good opportunity to expand upon it.
Pretty much, this card is a preview of the Emma review.
Though
This is pretty much-
technically, I think we will have reviewed Emma before this in terms of how the
true.
audience will watch it, right?
Oh yeah, true. Emma, they will. True, because chronologically, we've already recorded this way before Emma.
Unless you want me to upload this before Nishigasaki ?
Oh hell no, Ichigasaki goes up first, man.
Well, we'll double check how the schedule actually goes.
All right, next.
Yep.
Afraid of messing up, Mocha. 3-2, 9k. She has bread trait, guys. If all of your characters are bread, this gains 2,000 power. Let's see here. With this is placed from hand to stage, search your deck or your grave for up to one Taste Like Mud, the standby trigger. If you tutored for it, shuffle. Climax combo. Let's see. At the beginning of the attack step, if you have Taste Like Mud, the standby trigger in your climax area, and all of your characters are bred, you may pay the cost of pay 2, discard 1. If you do, tap this, then deal 2 damage, then 3 damage. Then at the beginning of your encore step, you may sacrifice this to deal 1.
Ooh boy. That is some standby combo.
I mean, I think you knew exactly what I was trying to do here.
For the most part, yes. I'm kind of surprised that you modeled it after that card.
Man.
But you also kind of modeled it after Nanoha. I don't know if you remember Starlight Breaker Nanoha.
No, I don't actually. I'm not familiar with that card.
Okay, so she was one of the new cards printed for the reprint A set, where I think it only acts on the opponent's turn, by the way, where when your opponent frontal attacks her, you may pay to put her on the top of your deck to burn 1.
No, actually, I was thinking more of Jabba the Hutt in this case.
Oh, okay. But like,
I was thinking more. Oh, go ahead.
Because I think she on your turn she does some extra instance of damage, and then she also burns 1 by yeeting herself off the board on the opponent's turn.
Well, this is at the end of your turn.
Right.
Sacrifice.
So yeah, she gone.
Now, of course, this is intended for you to sacrifice all of your resources. Basically, it's like, well, oh, you're not dead at the end of my turn. Okay, sacrifice all 3 Mochas. Burn 1/1/1/1. This card is completely useless against Charlotte, though. Completely.
Right.
This card doesn't even attack. Now, of course, you don't get the... Now, the reason why I think this is balanced is because, bruh, you don't have the attacks to help you here. You gotta pay up pretty much all the cost up front.
Oh, you're looking at 4 per.
4 per, and your hand is empty.
Right.
So you have nothing left.
Mm-hmm. Now, the good thing is that this card does duplicate. Or not duplicate, but this card does give you hand.
It gives you the climax guaranteed.
Right, which you could use as discard fodder for the extra copies.
Like...
I don't know if Gavin purposely intended for that. I feel like he did.
Actually, yes, I did, actually. Basically give you the cantrip for at least 2 of them if you didn't have the climax. And by the time you pay out your first 6 stock, you should be able to find additional copies of the climax if you triggered them.
Right.
Unless you trigger them hella early.
That's a different issue, huh?
But at the same time, man, like, this is a combination of Setsuna and that sleeping creature.
Mm-hmm.
It's a combination of the two. Like, you could tell that Nichigasaki had bled into this design.
Yeah, I noticed.
Bled into some of these designs, like, oh, it's like, oh, these cards look very familiar. They should, sir. They should, sir. Like, hello?
The fight game is also more of, I want to ask, for flavor reasons here, why would she simply, not even engage in battle?
again, she's afraid of messing up. Like you watched this episode today, didn't you?
I did. So I wanted to like see. I wanted you to run it by the audience.
No, run it by the audience. Okay, so basically, she's trying to make coffee. And her mom's like,
She's trying to be more like Cocoa, because after she visited Cocoa in previous seasons, she got more interested in trying to become more like a barista.
so, well, her coffee tastes like her mom's like, yeah, your coffee tastes like ass.
And she drinks it herself. Oh, this tastes like mud.
She tries it again. Her mom's like, this tastes even worse than last time.
Oh yeah, she tried making. Oh yeah, so she's her mom like bursts out in the bakery asking every customer there, okay, what do you all think is a like good appealing point of mocha here? And everyone else says different things, and she's like, you know what? I feel pumped enough to make more coffee, and then, oof.
Oh, that's why I have the sacrificer at the end of turn burn even more. I tried to be flavorful with some of these cards, man.
And you really did.
Like, let's see here. And in terms of the game itself, okay, so Brett didn't really have a true level 3 combo.
Like Brett had things, just not a good top end.
Right, and would you say this is a good top end, man?
Oh, definitely. And Brett does have thick bodies to bring out with a standby already. Like from Dear My Sister. Wait, because Dear My Sister used the Brett trait, right? Yes, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, Dear My Sister and previous sets definitely had bulky Brett characters.
It's like, let's see here. And the fact that you can find the climax. That's very rare, isn't it?
Right.
It's like, hey man, it beats that fucking heal every goddamn finisher.
True.
I try to minimize the amount of heals I put on these things. Like,
definitely.
No, bro.
I know I realize you can actually have the climax combo catch us how Bushido phrases it these days.
It's like, no, bro, you're dead instead. Bro, you're dead.
And I don't need to engage in attacking, cause I'm too afraid of messing up.
It's just like,
like the episode was like. So Mocha was pretty much going, I cannot bring myself to visit Cocoa again until I've improved on making coffee.
And she still sucks at it. At first, when I first saw the list of SPs and I saw Mocha there, I'm like, okay, watches 11 episodes. Mocha has appeared 0 times.
Again, final episode. Oh, there she is.
Oh, okay. Why the hell did they produce an SP for Mocha? It's 11 episodes in. She hasn't appeared in one of them, man.
You only hear her being mentioned. The closest you got before that was Cocoa pretending to be Mocha. Or Cocoa thinking back to Mocha.
Nice wig.
Nice wig.
Hey, man.
You got it. That scene was pretty hilarious.
That scene was definitely hilarious. Like, I enjoyed watching Go Cheese in Season 3.
It was a fun ride.
Now, of course, in turn, does this break Brett? No.
No. Brett means you're only playing Mocha and Cocoa cards.
Which, in limited, oh.
Well, that does bring up an interesting question, Gavin. Does that mean that Cocoa standalone cards, assuming its design sticks, does that mean that they have to have 3 traits? Rabbit House, Bread, and Bloom?
I think so, yeah.
Because typically her traits have only been
Rabbit House
and Bread, or Dear My Sister and Bread, right?
Right. So yeah, I think so. They have to be tri-trait.
Because they already confirmed that this set is using the new Bloom trait.
And there's not enough, and they don't have enough material of Mocha alone. They have literally 5 minutes of it.
Well, yeah, we have to also remember they could just use a bunch of promotional material as card art as well.
True, but
you don't need to use only the anime scenes. If anything, Glad to have met Coco and Shino is a good example. That wasn't from the anime.
Art.
Yeah.
Right, but I tried to make anime only.
Right. Fair enough.
That was the only thing I had access to. So I was like, you know what, anime, okay, yeah.
Yeah, imagine us unironically subscribing to Dengeki or something.
Oh man.
Guys gonna be Hey, can I see any Goki Usa boom scans for that Gengeki magazine you're subscribed to? I'm subscribed to what?
You want that?
Oh, sorry, wrong
But
person.
I mean, like, did you like how much how like when you read this card, you were just like, did you have Mocha's expression on it on your face when you read it?
This is more of like I think about like where I think about which scene specifically would be like the closest thing to like her thinking about messing up, and it's probably that particular scene.
Yeah, it's the coffee scene, definitely.
Well, I mean, it's
Like,
definitely the cough. It's definitely like the scene up here for the case of my book, because that's literally like where she says it.
I mean, like, like as you watch the anime, you knew exactly where I got all of the card names and all the climax names from.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like I literally gotta take a name and like go, okay, it has to be like that scene or something.
It has to be that scene because it's like, well, that's where I got it from, man.
Right.
Like, I think this is part of where Bushiroad, like, I think that's part of Bushiroad's process. Like, well, let's see here. We want to have flavor in these cards. Okay, how are we gonna have flavor? Let's watch the anime.
Right,
Take crucial
like
scenes.
your original resave was just like her practicing acting to be like more ladylike.
Right. But oh, and Cocoa's mom's like,
Oh yeah, they could make her into an actual character now, or Weiss Schwarz.
I think she's part of the SP list, but
What is? No way! Get out of here!
no,
No way! No way! Get out of here! That
no, it's the original five, the Chimame
that can't be right.
no, it's the original five, the Chimame twins.
Wait, who?
Dean,
Rin, Mocha. Yeah, no, okay, that's it.
yeah, it's all 10 of them. Excuse me.
That was like no. How would the mom be included? No, I mean the mom could be included as a character card here and there, but
But SP,
I'm like,
but as an
yo, is she gets
SP,
an SP? Where the fuck's my Tippy SP?
sorry, Grandpa, no.
What's my Takahiro SP?
Chocolate Hero FR.
Hey,
What the
he literally appears like almost every episode preview. He's worth something.
He is he actually appears in the anime quite a bit, actually.
I was actually surprised that he like, actually started appearing in like the proper anime more.
Right.
I was like,
But
wait, Takahiro is not in the bar for once?
no, Takahiro. I mean, Takahiro is in pretty much every preview, man, along with Tippy.
Right. I mean, that's his main role, but like in Bloom, he literally starts showing up in the daytime.
Right. But anyway, so any more thoughts about Miss Mocha here?
You know, I would love to see Bread be an actual viable deck. I think Mocha here will be a good way of doing it. Would Bushiro do something like this? Probably not.
Hey, man, they created the sleeping creature, man.
They did it because she literally is tired.
Hello,
Mocha could do
Mocha flavor?
Mocha. Like this does have her. I don't see them doing that with Mocha because they usually. I'm pretty sure they view Mocha more as like the person willing to try a lot. Like you know, like you remember what Coco was saying in the same episode. She has secretly noticed that Mocha messes up a lot, but
Oh yeah.
she perseveres.
Right. Like Cocoa is not as dumb as most people. Is a lot smarter than people give her credit for.
Right.
All right, next.
Okay, we got more on the blue with Guided School Tour Maya. Level 3 2 cost, 9500 power with her signature Fangtooth trait and Bloom. Auto experience, when this card is put to the stage from your hand, just look at up to the top X cards of your deck, add up to one card monster to your hand, and put the remaining cards to the living room, where X is the sum of costs, not levels, costs of cards in your level area. And continuous during your turn to get 1000 power for each of your other blue characters. And auto climax combo at the beginning of your encore step. If you have going on an adventure, it is a soul pants triggers climax in your climax area. And if the character in front of her is either reversed or there's no character in front of her at all, you may pay a cost of 3 stock and discard 2. If you do, burn 2 to your opponent twice.
Does this card remind you of something?
Quite a bit. You know, I'll unpack it. So, well, the first part that's like unprecedented for the most part. Like, whoa, when was the last time that any card referred to costs of stuff in level area? Practically
No.
zero, right?
Nope.
Okay, second things. Okay, well, second and third part definitely remind me of Birdcage Diva Yuki no Minato.
Exactly who I was going for. Okay, well, how to make Yukina not suck in 2021. Here's Maya.
Right, so we're bringing back Mini Fever. Mini
And
Fever fixes one of the biggest glaring problems of Birdcage Yukina. Prevent Cat W from being a viable counter.
and prevent set counters from working.
Right,
You have to beat Maya fair and square.
right.
Literally, if you get audience, if you get nothing else from this commentary, 3 words for you: fair and square. Everything is fair here.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is powerful yet fair. Okay, fair enough. You had to climb over me. Power toughness of Maya 15,500. What?
You're probably
All
playing
this
like a
is
2K assist on top of it, let's be honest here.
17,500. Wait, what? What is killing this? Reinhardt?
Reinhardt.
You're either right.
They're trying to play more Raid Zero.
And man, and you know what's funny? Nobody plays Reinhardt anymore. They're like, I'm the
What?
exile variant.
Oh, that's right.
I'm the exile variant. Okay, sure.
And,
You're
and,
dying to
and,
Maya.
and yeah, your compression will only save you so far.
It's like you're dying to Maya. How?
I have 8 cards in memory.
I'm Yukina. So
My board is
I have-
empty.
perfect.
Perfect.
Wait, what do you just said you're Yukina? Yes, I'm fever-based Yukina. Oh shit! Like, oh shit, it's dim sum time, boys. You don't have the fucking climax, do you? No, bro, I dug 6 per Maya.
6.
What?
Reach the target. Cost of cards in your level area? Look at your level area. It's a bunch of cost 2s.
Yep. What in the Sam Hill? Maya can't be that big, right? Reed's card.
Can you guess how big on your turn? Yes.
What? This card is massive. Like, yeah. Oh, how much does this cost? Your original Yukina. Oh, I'll just sign the match flip now. Like, the Chimame core could really use a card like that.
Right. And now, I had to keep it with the original, like, earlier, or we agreed that it used to be kept with, like, the earlier syntax of, like, being referred to as blue cards before they made Aoyama Blue Mountain cards.
Because I was like, oh crap. Because I was originally going to make Chimame core an
trait,
actual trait.
but they never actually used such a trait.
I was like, oh god damn it. Okay, we gotta stick to her originals then. Fangtooth and blue. Oh great, it's only gonna count blue cards. Well, let's see here. What are the blue cards? Chimame core and Aoyama Blue Mountain cards.
Right, and well, we'll more on another character later.
Yeah, I was about to say, yo, dog. Like, how many times have you actually faced Chimame core?
Couple times at best.
Couple times. Like, what did they do for endgame?
Be big on the defensive and heal a ton? Maybe a restand here and there?
Imagine them using Yukina now.
Oh.
Now you'd be like, okay, you're sitting across from Gochi Usa at Nats, and these were the double rares that were printed in blue. You'd be quite scared, wouldn't you?
Yeah, because Kimameko already has like a pretty solid... They already have a good solid number of cards as it is for earlier levels. But... them getting this wet.
No, imagine facing Gochi Usa in general with these double rares.
Understandable. This could be one of the contenders for actually taking the championship.
Man. You'd be like, well, Gochi Usa has a lot of unpredictability because you don't know which archetype it is. You don't know which archetype it is, and they're all good.
Right. Like, you will not be able to know until your opponent does the initial discard.
It's like, okay, it's Chia Shadow. Actually, I'd have to say Chia Shadow is still one of the weaker ones, but boy, you don't underestimate her.
She could still do things that could still do things that are dangerous.
Chia's still gonna wipe you out.
Right.
Like, imagine a pair of Chia plus the Musashi. You're scared, aren't you?
That's pretty yabai.
Or imagine 3 Maya in front of you.
How
know it's
they
coming.
get the... My question is more of how do I let them actually amass resources for this?
You fed them.
I fed them.
You had no choice but to feed them.
Oof.
It's like, oh shit. You're like, you were fucked. You were.
That sounds about right.
Though, at that point, 3 of these is just styling on you, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be like who's the most realistic here.
Oh man, it's like they're teabagging you with 3 of them.
It'll be like, yeah, understandable. I'll just sign this and get out of here.
I just said this to get out of here. It's like, oh come on, man! Will nothing let me style on you with 3 of these? Bro, you've already won the duel. Leave me alone. I'm gonna drink my 40 here. Yeah.
Let's go to a running gag.
What?
The 40.
Oh, of course, man. Hey, man.
Quick question. Have you ever actually drank one? No, right?
No, actually.
Okay.
I want to drink one, though.
Oh, he wants to drink one, he says.
Yeah, I want to try one at least once.
Okay. I wouldn't be surprised if you choose not to finish it.
Oh, man. Is it that vile?
Alright, well, it's not vile, it's just more of... Okay, you have to remember. This is literally like a $3 to $4 American dollar 40 fluid ounce bottle of malt liquor.
Oh, god damn it.
I don't know how much you enjoy the taste of malt liquor. It's the problem here.
I don't even know if I'll be able to down 8 ounces of it, let alone 40 ounces of it.
The alcohol content is not particularly too high, but it's because of how much there is that will make you... Like, there's a reason why it's infamously the cheapest way to get drunk.
Right.
It's not necessarily the sheer amount. It's not like the alcohol per volume content. It's more the fact that it's alcohol spread out across a high volume, period.
And it's shit quality, of course. You get what you paid for.
Right. I will say this, do not let your first 40 be Old English.
Oh, okay, alright. I'll look out next time I head to the liquor store.
Okay.
Alright,
and by the way, make sure you pick a day where, you will not be working or driving.
Fair enough. Maya. Yeah. I'm pretty scared, man.
Right? You turn Chimame, I do like the flavor behind what he did with the experience here, because the idea is that the Chimame core are getting experience in the world, they're about to graduate from middle school, they're about to move on to bigger things in high school, kind of thing.
Right. And spoiler alert, they want to go to the same high school Coco and Chino. At least Maya does. They're like,
no, Maya ultimately decided on the rich girl school, remember? Because the teacher offered her a scholarship. Because, again, Maya's kind of like Coco in a way where she's smarter than people give her credit for. Because Maya almost always acts like a derp in the show. But Maya never tells people that she actually could do well in school.
Right. Oh, and real life fact, she sounds like a particular annoying idol. Because she is.
You can't say it like that.
You didn't fucking notice, man?
I mean, I could read the credits, but I know that fact, but it's more of the guy say it in that particular manner.
I really don't like her. I really don't like her, man. I much prefer Maya.
I'm getting how it's been when we get to anyway, I've only been going to that particular subject right now. But
I was about to say.
Anyway, Maya, yeah, this is something.
Alright, next. So we're gonna go on to the second half of the Mames. Guided School Tour Megu 1045. When this card attacks, this gains X power, where X is the number of blue characters you control times 500. Auto climax combo. The beginning of your encore step, if you have School Tour the Soul Pants trigger in your climax area, and the character in front of you is either reversed or there's nobody there. This card gets auto. When this card is frontal attack, you may bounce this back to your hand until end of your opponent's turn, and perform one of the following actions. You either get to tutor or salvage Getting Lost.
Alright, and we'll go over what Getting Lost is. It is a simple 1-0 counter event that just lets you get up to top 4, find a blue, and take it and no rest.
Yep. So, does this remind you of something?
Quite a few things. Not just one thing.
Really now?
Alright, so this is kind of like what happens when Aaron and Goblin Slayer have a baby.
And it's better than both of them.
Like, I apparently Gavin wasn't like, I wasn't really thinking along those lines.
Actually, I was thinking, okay, how do you make Eren Yeager not ass in 2021?
But you guys probably gonna make the Goblin Slayer reference.
Oh,
Kinda did, maybe.
I didn't want to print 3D mobility gear. I didn't want to print 3D MG for.
No. That'd be absurd.
I'll be like 3D MG, no.
So you're like, you know what? Torch.
Or Lions Match.
But Torch would technically be a more accurate answer because Goblin Slayer combo found it.
True.
Whereas Lions Match, are you fucking seeing dog days?
No. Actually, no. Gal Brainstorm.
Nice.
Come on, man. Gal Brainstorm is like one of the most reliable ways of fighting it, man. You eat his damage, you fetch it via Gal, man. Hey, man. At least I know that. I'm not so new and smooth brain that I don't know my history.
Fair enough.
But Megu here. Basically, well, Chimame's combos before this were kinda ass.
Yeah, that's true.
Now, you might be thinking here, well, Aaron's not that good. You're right. Because one of the biggest problems with Aaron is you could easily cuck him. Like, imagine if Aaron was fever-based instead. Well,
that actually turns mirrors into a problem.
It's even more important of who gets to level 1 first.
Right. Well, if anything, that would probably prevent Attack on Titan mirrors from going stupidly low on level 1.
Or at level 0 instead of intentional pass. There's no benefit to intentional pass anymore. And Megu, well, she becomes 7,500 on reverse. Does that stat line remind you of something? Like the stat line and the combo. The stat line and combo will remind you of something.
I mean, that's literally Eren himself, right?
That's not only Eren himself, but I'll remind you of a certain character that we will be reviewing soon.
Is it right to come? Those are technically not the same thing, though.
No, but at the same time, that was the inspiration behind Megu's stat line. Technically speaking, I actually was not thinking Eren Yeager's stat line. This just so happens to be Eren Yeager's stat line.
Guys, I was gonna be like, this sounds pretty familiar.
This sounds pretty. Well, all of these should have sounded pretty familiar, dude.
Right.
All of these should.
Well, there's a reason why it's like the Eren and Goblin Slayer had a baby remark.
And boom. Now, of course, this isn't just a flat 6K, but most people will be like, well, Megu's going to get destroyed in response. Only if they blink her. Because Megu just goes, bye-bye. She runs back to her friends. That's the flavor behind it.
Right.
I mean, and of course, getting lost is, hello? If you've watched the episode, you'd know. Oh crap! I got lost.
They derped and forgot about. All three of them derped.
Well, Chino and Maya were supposed to wait by the goddamn statue like Megu told them to.
But Maya suspected that Megu was the one who just got distracted.
And we just started the wild goose chase.
And if we quickly go back to the Maya car here actually, like Charo and Rize were somehow they forgot that there was a school tour going on in the first place. So they're like, y'all shouldn't be in this academy wearing your middle school uniforms. Y'all should quickly change into ours.
Here's some disguises.
So they're all like literally like using the Goki Genyo greeting that this school is known for using.
Oh god, Goki Genyo syndrome.
It's funny because we literally just came out of reviewing a Assault Lily, and everyone at that school greet each other by Goki Genyo.
Oh god damn it! No! We can't escape. We can't escape. But at the same time, it's one of those. I knew when doing Megu and Maya, I was originally going to do the test of courage. This is originally going to be test of courage. Based off the test of courage scene, but I was like, bro, the school tour is so much easier. It's more flavorful.
It's definitely more flavorful.
Okay, fuck it. School tour it is then.
Right. That was a very fun episode.
And of course, guess what? Coincidentally, they pair up on the same pants. It's a coincidence, but actually that was not intentional.
Wait, no, you made them different pants.
Oh, did I?
You told me going on an adventure for Maya and school tour for Megu.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was like, you can't supposed to make it like 8 pants deck.
Right, 8 pants. So it's like, well, I hope you got. Well, Charlotte Pilots should be like, yep, that sounds very familiar. Wait a second, this is better.
I don't get you just do Lotto thing.
Wait, you're Aaron? FR?
Aaron that finds a counter step camera.
Okay, I declare frontal attack. Okay. In response, Megu bounces, casting Lion's Match. Wait, what? And that is a legal play, isn't it? You get to do both of those things, right?
Correct. So on the decoration of the attack, you bounce Megu, they're still technically fronting, they trigger, you still enter the counter step.
It's just like, oh, mills 4 damage, cancels.
Easy.
Fucking stonks, boys.
Seems good, right?
I mean, what do you think of this combo?
I like it overall, like, it really persuade me to play Shimame Core. Not more than Maya, but Maya's a beast of her own. But no, it just does make Shimame Core more serviceable, that's for sure.
Like if we had showed when people watch this, they'll be like, wait, are these cards real? Please tell me they're real.
Oh my goodness.
Sadly, no, they're not. Like, who just signed these cards? I did. And wait, are they real? FR, bro. FR.
I mean, there's a chance that one or more of these could be real in some fashion. We just don't know which.
Bro, imagine all of these being real.
Like, okay, you could imagine this being real. That's pretty easy.
Of course, but having Megu to
having this
it?
kind of combo, I don't know about that one, Chief.
This sounds a little broken, doesn't it?
Right, or even having this thing, like, no.
Oh, I mean, like, how would you even face off against Chimame Core with these cards in mind?
That is difficult. Like, unless you're something like a standby, it's gonna be pretty difficult for you.
Or you are Charlotte.
Or you're Chartal, yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say, man. Chartal reigns on your parade. But
Chartal reigns on like 95+% of this game's parade.
How you beat Chartal? I rushed him to death.
Or unironically be standby.
Right. What? Because Chartal suffers against that.
Because Chartal be like, I can't run overdose, my hand size is gonna keep shrinking forever, I gotta keep caulking. And you're gonna stop caulking. That's not good.
And I can't kick W forever.
Right.
At least I can't afford to keep W forever.
Right, Hall of Fame only gets you 1 card per.
Oh man. Like, I can imagine actually every single one of these Gochiusa variants is I designed it so they could be 50-50 against Charlotte.
Fair enough.
How do you beat Charlotte? You rush them to death.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, especially in the few cards that are coming up next, they'll definitely even your odds against Charlotte.
True though. Shall we then?
Alrighty. Alright, next. Getting a haircut Chino, 3/2, 9k. If there are 2 or fewer climaxes in your grave, this gets -1 level in hand. This gets plus 500 power for each of your Rabbit House and Blue characters. Your opponent cannot respond during this card's battle, and this is a standard heal.
Gavin chose to give us what in 2021?
Wow, does she look familiar?
This was way too familiar.
She's even better, boys.
Yeah, he literally chose to take the card Transcend Pulse Ring from Idol Master Cinderella Girls Volume 2 and modernize her.
It's like, wait, what? This is an 11k, no responses. And it also healed you. Of course. And mate, she's fair and balanced at this point, man. Though, like, she's probably one of the most tame cards on this list.
That's saying something.
She's probably one of the most tame cards. Oh, like, okay. Her, the JC, and the Nisei Clean Cut are probably the most tame things on this list. Oh, and the Azusa. Like,
yeah, those are overall pretty tame.
Those are all pretty tame. This is just an early play heal. A fat early play heal.
That cannot be directly responded to.
Oh. Wait. It's like, what's the last... I mean, like, most early players are like, okay, I turn off half of your opponent's responses.
Right.
Not all of them.
Right, the ones that say plus 45 and... well, no one could play backup during that card's battle.
Chino's just like, nah, bro.
I still get to play counters, but not you.
Wait, what? How is that fair? It's not.
No one said it was.
Power and toughness, 11,000. Wait, what? 11,000? And there's 3 of them?
Ooh.
Yeah, imagine facing 3 battleships.
It's definitely replaces the other early play that you already have.
I mean, okay, so let's compare the other early play. Let's see here. It's an 11-5. It's an 11-5 if you have the brainstorm and the support on the field. That's its early play condition.
I was gonna say.
That's its condition. It's an 11-5 otherwise, and it healed you. That's it. That's roughly it. Like, that's not impressive to say the least.
Right, it was only played because it was very, very easy. You're already playing staple card. The 2 cards that she referred to were staple at the time.
Right. Though I would argue Cocoa less so nowadays. But Chino, what?
So that's the gold standard early play condition. Rewards you for playing your board. Heal you down and cannot be responded to directly.
Like, when you first read this, you were thinking, no fucking way.
I was like, no, of course. I mean, on the one hand, I shouldn't be surprised knowing who it was that was coming up with these card texts. Because he really loves that card to death.
It's like, hey man, it's one of my favorite cards, man.
Yeah, that I will not deny.
It's like, now, of course, the card that this was modeled off of, she only gained 500 for each other in center slot. Chino is all 3. So, and no responses only applied to center column. This is all 3 of them. Like, I feel that she's underpowered. Like, she and her original... I was originally going to make this a copy pasta of her. But I was like, she feels underwhelming now. She as a standalone will feel underwhelming. Okay, let's make her stronger. without making her broken. Okay, let's make all 3 lanes. Let's reward you for playing all 3 of them. And holy moly, I think I succeeded. Now, of course, most people are like, standard heal, FR. Most people balk at the standard heal. I'm like, hello, what more do you want?
We're technically going too far with just Vector things there, TBH. There's no like Gavin, you're I don't mean around your parade here, but you know for the most part Bushra is not going to consider that.
In my heart, they will.
In my heart, in Gavin's weird pocket timeline dimension, sure.
But otherwise, hell no. Especially this counts. This is a Chimame core and a Rabbit House early play. This is both.
Right.
Like
I mean, Cocoa cards were purposely designed like that. Just like how Cocoa cards were meant to be both Bread and Rabbit House.
Right. Since Chino works as the main waitress at Rabbit House, and she is, well, the chi part of the Chimame core. So
right,
yeah.
and whereas for Cocoa, she works at the Rabbit House while also coming from a family of bakers.
Like at least I didn't put the smooth brain as the condition, man.
Like people who have watched us plenty will already know how much we discourage that condition.
I'm like,
it's just so boring.
More like hate that condition by now.
It's just like why?
Oh come on. Really? No. You know what? Fuck it. 2 or less. 2 or less. The one that we grew up with. Well, actually, no, at least I.
You grew up with. I grew up with something danker.
6 or more, man.
6 or more, or opponent has 5 or more.
FR.
Or opponent has a level 3 on the board.
That's not a condition, man. You know that's not a condition. Dude, that's easier than the smooth brain, man.
Nowadays. Back then, not so much.
Dude, there's a reason why that clause doesn't come back. That's not a condition anymore, and we know that.
Right.
Opponent has a level 3 on board. There is no condition. FR. But Chino here, she's one of the most tame cards on this list. Have you read this list, man?
Yeah, that's saying something.
Like, she's one of the most tame cards on this list. Like, in limited, what are you doing? You grab this.
Unless you saw the SEC or whatever dank rarity.
It's SEC. It's SSP this time.
Oh, nice.
Unless you see the SSP of another card, this single-handed, any of the level 3s in this presentation can win you your pod easily.
Well, for the climax combo, assuming you find your climaxes.
Right, but this is probably the best standalone.
Oh, definitely.
Like overall, even not spoiling even considering everything else, I'm like, oh boy. I put a lot of combos in this, but you know what?
It's about time that they need new combos, right? All factions need new combos.
Right. Alright, let's move on to the next one, shall we?
Alrighty. We now have Hide and Go Seek Ring. So Ring is one of the new characters introduced in the Bloom arc. She is the editor for Aoyama Bloom Mountain. So level 3 2 cards, 9500 power with the editor and Bloom traits. So continuous, you have 2 or more cards named Hide and Go Seek Aoyama Bloom Mountain in your ready room. She is an early play. And she gets 2,000 power if you have Hide and Go Seek Aoyama Bloom Mountain on the board. And on play from hand, you may pay 1 to summon Hide and Go Seek Aoyama Bloom Mountain from your waiting room.
Alright. Well, it makes sense if we talk about the Blue Mountain as well.
Definitely.
Or Midori-chan. Hide and Go Seek Aoyama Blue Mountain. 3/2, 10k. At the beginning of your each attack step, you may choose one of your cards at this and swap them. Swap and stand. Auto. This ability activates up to once per turn at the close step of the attack of Hide and Go Seek Ning. You may pay the cost of 1, pitch 2. If you do, stand this card.
Hung.
What was your initial reaction of reading this?
He definitely tried to model this after Mirai kicking Chika Takumi and Mirai kicking Yo Watanabe.
Damn it! He saw through me.
Like, okay, the early play condition was like a little different, obviously. No more of this X card and clock BS.
Hey man, we don't have Rickroll this time, okay?
No, and no character really works for these two.
Right. So I was like, you know what? What else could I do? Hey, look,
He decided to go back for the ancient capital Takane early play condition.
Except it's for the partner this time.
Right.
It's like 11,500 FR. This card is hard to kill.
You like.
But again, being as a trap. The card you want to kill is Miss Mountain over here. But if you watch the episode, she flees to safety.
Right, which is why Gavin made the swap free AF.
It's like, what?
Well, to make up for it, he and I talked it over. We decided to make the restand not as cheap as he originally intended it.
One in a card, boys.
I was like, Gavin? Every turn?
Yeah, oh, no. Well, yes, every turn. Let's fucking go.
Should just be 2 cards then?
Yeah. and that was the end of the conversation. It's like, bruh.
So like FR, 1 in a card to restand every effing turn?
Yeah, why not,
on a
man?
free swap?
Yeah? This card needs to be obnoxious. This card needs to be obnoxious.
Oh no, we decided not to make her Imba.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but okay, man, we don't need tier 0, okay?
I was like, FR couldn't make tier 0 go to USA?
No, we're here to make tier 1 go to USA.
I persuaded Gavin to have 1 and 2 cards.
Okay, 2 cards. So, okay, you can't just keep spamming this Blue Mountain over here.
Right, you will be forced to clock to make up for it.
Fair enough. Eat 4 damage every fucking turn, man. Eat 4 damage. And man, the cards like this is arguably better than Mirai Ticket Yo.
Because this cannot whiff.
It's like, oh, I whiffed.
Now the good thing is, unlike Mirai Ticket Yo Watanabe, money counters hurt this more.
Of course. But a lot of people are like, ew, money counters? Why would I play a money counter? Because I don't want to die to the restand every fucking turn. I don't want to die to this restand that has been alive for 5 turns now?
Right. But luckily, you like quickly dispose of Ring, and you have a way to recur Ring, out of a Blue Mountain becomes a vanilla swapper.
Right.
Like Gavin made sure not to make this stupid.
Too good.
Yeah, it's not like Aoyama Blue Monkey can summon Rin back. No, that's not how it works.
No, it's like the Midnight Ticket package. Well,
it's one direction only. Yeah.
One direction only. I don't know, man. Like the reason why we kept seeing Yo every fucking turn was Rickroll, man, and there's no Rickroll this time.
Right. So that's the thing. The longer Aoyama Blue Mountain does stick around and you kill Ring, the harder it will be for the player to bring out Ring again to enable the restand.
Right, but at the same time, I made her stronger.
Right.
In response, so have fun killing her.
Right. No, bombs are fair game, and so are anti-change counters. Correct.
Now, on a scale of 1 to fucking annoying, how would you rate these two?
No, the ring is overall not too bad. This is probably I'll give a 7 overall in annoyance. This FR, man. Of course, in context, you get the ideal board off, it becomes freaking annoying. Once you dispose of Ring, this card becomes honestly whatever.
Right. But at the same time, this has the same connotations as the Midnight Ticket package, right? This harkens back to the same.
It's meant to be a 4th instance of damage as early as level 2. That's the idea here.
Here you go, sir. Have a taste of your own medicine.
Now, of course, the Goki Usa player is going to be paying for it. It's not just going to be Mr.
Free.
Yeah, it's not just going to be free 5 days like Yo Watanabe was.
But at the same time, it's more of, hey, Shadowrun players, here's a taste of your own medicine. I hope you like it.
Right.
It's purple.
It's purple.
It's like, hey man, it's the purple pill. Like, oh god damn it. Oh. Now, of course, notice this can go in every Gochi Usa deck.
Right. He purposely made them squashable. It makes sense lore-wise because they're literally split between 2 pairs of characters.
Right. So everybody's looking for these two now. And of course, unironically, this goes best in the blue deck, in the Chimame core.
Because they refer back to blue cards.
Though, why wouldn't you just play Getting a Haircut Chino in that case?
Why not both?
Space, man.
Space. If Shadowrun could figure out a way.
So imagine them pulling this off and then double Yukina you later.
That sounds pretty yabai.
Here's a shovel. I'm gonna dig my own grave now.
You're hoping that the fact that they kept going like stock negative doing this will save your ass.
From Yukina blasting you?
I mean, because technically doing the early play and doing the combo makes you win stock negative.
Right. But at the same time, it doesn't matter if you're dead.
True. Like, well, I would say this. You probably don't play this in the same deck as Maya because resource is the problem. You simply won't have the resources.
You don't play this in Rabbit House?
Because they need resources.
Holy!
And you can't facilitate this over in Shiro because you'll have a name conflict.
Right. Well, again, these two should be dead by then. These two should be dead, but if it's Chia and Shadow, they're gonna be like, sure, I'll just kill the Dean and let Miss Mountain live. Who cares? But at the same time, it's really hard to fit these two unironically. Like, as powerful as these two are, it's hard to fit them.
Just because of, you're thinking about like the overall context. Like, some people just be like, oh, F play Maya, I'll just play these two and play like Blank Door or something.
Okay, sure. But Maya is designed to be your finisher, not this.
Right, but you can see like how some people could like unironically go down that route.
Okay, fair enough.
Like Gavin designed this with the idea of like you could, diverge and like, take some other subpaths in the already fractionalized paths.
But I'm punishing you for doing that. I'm also semi-punishing you for doing that. Stick to your path, basically.
Right.
Pick your path and stick to it. Now, of course, if these two appeared more in the anime, I could design an entire deck arc. But unfortunately,
no, they're effectively side characters.
And
yes, they popped up more often than like Aoyama Blue Mountain did in the first 2 seasons, but
isn't as
they're not as important to like the overall like plotline of Bloom.
And they're both SP, so I'm like, you know what, I have to design double rares for both of them.
Because they probably are getting double rares, and if they are, they don't know what Bushiroad's doing.
And well, here you go, make them the double early play.
Right.
They can go in literally everything. However, this is one of the this entire design is a mantra of be careful what you wish for.
Right.
It's something that I tell I have a pretty decent sized phrase book for most Weiss Schwarz players. And towards the top of the most commonly said lines, be careful what you wish for. Because, oh boy, not a lot of people heed that advice. They're like, oh, I don't have to worry about dying to this. I died to this. What the fuck? Sack. You didn't kill me with skill. How did you kill your opponent? With skill. Really? What cards did you use? This? So, you didn't kill them with skill. Got it.
Oof.
I don't know, man. How scared of these two would you be?
I wouldn't say scared. I'll be more annoyed than scared.
Really?
Like, yes, these are good, but I wouldn't call them scary overall. Because like the
Uh,
opponents at least go in stock negative every time they do this.
True. As opposed, I don't know, man. Would you be more scared of this, or
Or what?
would you rather be scared of this or the meat eye ticket package?
Overall, I would still be more scared of the Mirai ticket package just because it's just one of
Def-
those. It's just it's just because at least they are still gonna go stock neutral.
and that the bird can whiff.
The burn could whiff, but
It's free.
it's free. It's the real
And,
important part here.
and you see that level 3 on top, you go gulp.
Right.
This you're like, oh, okay, the restand, sure, I get hit for 2. 3 if they triggered. At least I have to pay for it.
Right.
And man, at least I didn't make the restand fucking free, okay?
I will call you crazy.
They're like, bro, the restand is free?
Well, you're making how many things free? Yes.
Yes. Hey man, the combos are fucking expensive, okay? But have you read them? Even seeing the restand plus 1 Maya. Responses, no. I'm fucked. I'm fucked. But anyway, so any comments about these two? Any last comments about these two?
It's definitely a very interesting concept overall. It's in a way like fixing the Mirai ticket problem that Sunshine developed. And I just find it more to be an annoyance than anything else.
Fair enough. And you are Captain Shalron, so
I am.
you're a more experienced Shalron pilot than I am. I'm going, oh man. Oh man. Seeing Rickroll reveal that 3. And at that moment I knew. Well, she's gonna. Oh shit, Sniper, get down! It's like, brace for impact. I'm about to eat an entire level, boys. Proceeds to eat 12 damage that turn. Oh. Well, yep. Alright, next.
That's it. What? that was all.
That was it? Alright, well. Well, thank you everybody for going through my card designs, for listening to go through my card designs, and honestly, it was quite fun designing these. Oh, I just wish this was. I just wish I had a bit more time to design them. Honestly, this was kind of last second, admittedly.
We get real life crept up on us.
Oh, I was just like, oh crap.
Like we were doing this, like, oh fuck.
It's like, wait a second. It's literally this Sunday? Fuck.
Oh yeah, cramming was real.
I had to shit out 13 designs. Like, that's a lot. Well, I hope you guys like them.
Definitely. Yep. Hope you all enjoyed that. So with that, be sure to give this a like, leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, ring the notification bell. All of these
help the YouTube algorithm. You know what? I hope to do this for future sets. So
definitely, and I don't know. Do you want to open up people to like commenting if they want us to see you do something specific, or we shouldn't be that open?
I'll take some suggestions, and if we,
we'll consider them. No, so you guys want to like go ahead and drop an upcoming Neo Standard expansion that's coming up. That you want to see this being done for, feel free to comment that. We'll look into doing it. No guarantees, but if you want, maybe we could guarantee it if you decide to support us over on our Patreon or Coffee. We could definitely use some extra contributions there to keep these videos going for y'all.
And with that, thank you all for watching, and see you guys next time.
Yep, bye bye.